The atmosphere was crazy 24/7.
The following program is intended for mature audiences. Virginia is home to many things. Music, fashion, art, but most of all, sports. The spirit of fierce competition has been the driving force for so many success stories. With these influences woven into your DNA, it is impossible to embody anything short of greatness. Today, we look into the life of the greatest Virginia athlete to ever live. Whom you may know as J-Rock.
I grew up in Hampton, Virginia. You know, coming up in the 7-5, you see some of everything. And at a young age, you got to make a decision: are you going to get caught up, or are you going to figure something else out? But whatever it is, you got to make the most of it. Hoop was that for a lot of us. It was tough. The atmosphere was crazy 24/7. If somebody came to see you play, they was unintentionally signing a waiver. Because you could be looking down in your popcorn, and by the time you look back up, it's a full-on fight. But it was all within the intensity of the game. It was one time, I'll never forget it. Somebody who was there for the opposing team came to the game and threw a Diet Coke at me mid-game. I'm in the air. Diet Coke come flying at me like, I dunked the ball, caught the Diet Coke before it hit the ground, opened it up, drunk it, looked in the crowd and said, "Thanks for the drink, motherfucker." It was something different every game. Back then, everything was a foul. Foul, foul, foul. God, foul. To the point where if you wasn't bleeding after the game, you couldn't even say you played. One game I had 50 points at halftime. 50 points.
25, Phoebus 10. Here we are in the first quarter of play.
Yes, it is.
That's number 23. That's Jalen Marshall for three.
We walk off the court, we go to the locker room, coach is screaming, "I wish we had somebody who came to play out here." And then I said, "Coach, I got 50 points." He said, "50 what?" I I said 50 points, coach. He said, stand up. I stand up. He asked the team, he says, does anybody see any blood on him? And I'm looking around like, what does he mean by that? And the team was like, no, coach. He said, well, you didn't do anything. And every game after that, I walked off the floor looking like Undertaker. And from there, I just went to another level.
All the time. Oh. Ooh, yeah. Oh. Ooh, yeah. Oh. Ooh, you stay on my mind all the time. Oh. Ooh, yeah.
I'm Zora Stevenson. J-Rock does it again. Another record-setting night. 92 points, 20 for 25 from the three-point line. Some of this stuff does not even show up in the box score. A buzzer beater to go into halftime, and that nuts deflection in the middle of the third quarter. We may be witnessing the greatest to ever play the game, and that's putting it lightly.
These are my Player of the Year trophies. This one is best player over 6'5" with a minimum GPA of 3.2. This one is scoring champion of the year after having a minimum of 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch for 70+% of the season. And this one is national MVP by a player under 250 with at least 5 2-point field goals and 1 successful pump fake and a baked potato in July.
Next time on VA GOAT.
I didn't believe it until I actually saw him. What he did for basketball as a whole, we'll never see it again.